What's up, world? Your gentleman of fitness here, Knight Williams, in the building, or in this case, my humble abode. And this is my beautiful wife, Victoria. Soon to be Williams, but still chestnut.
Hey guys.
So today we're going to answer a couple questions for you guys that have been following us for the last couple of years, and you guys have seen Vicky pop up a few times on my page, Instagram, LinkedIn, all that good stuff. So I want to give you guys a formal introduction to Vicky, as well as our relationship and where we plan on taking this channel going into 2021. Also, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone out there.
Guys.
So Vicky's gonna go ahead and get it started.
All right, so one of the big questions that we received was, why did we relocate in 2020?
All right, why did we relocate in 2020? So you guys know way back, to all my subscribers from back in like 2012, some of 2010, all that good stuff, I was an engineer once I graduated from college. Well, you know the story, I got laid off, searched for work for a long time, and I made fitness my main squeeze for almost 7 years, until I finally got back in engineering up here in Connecticut as a nuclear submarines engineer. I handle the weapon systems, but I still personally train people virtually from the computer and a few people in person while I'm up here. So that's why we're up here in Connecticut, folks.
We are chasing opportunity, and unfortunately, the opportunities that we were looking for were not present in Houston. So we had to ask ourselves, what were we willing to do to pursue those opportunities? And it was like, are we willing to move? Yes.
Are we willing to move?
Are we willing to say goodbye to all of our friends, our family?
It's probably the hardest part. Some of y'all are probably watching this video, so we miss you.
Yeah, we do. We do.
It's different up here.
But we came up here knowing that we're chasing the mission, we're following a purpose. So we don't regret it. And just stay tuned for next year, because we hope we're gonna make you proud.
Very proud. Just know that property is on the horizon. Some great content with some DIY workshop type things are on the horizon. Basically a slice of life. The direction the channel is going is primarily, it was fitness, but now that we are in a new day and age, I feel this is a great time to start exploring new avenues that I can also include my wife on in this new journey. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for collabs down the way. And don't worry, fitness is still gonna happen, because I still believe in being fit. I'm gonna be a fit engineer, a fit swole nerd, okay? On to the questions. She's a little more nerdy than me. You know.
We're equally nerdy.
Okay, we're even nerdy. We both watch anime.
Yeah.
But all right, so let's get to these questions.
All right. What were the highlights of 2020?
I got a lot of stuff that happened in 2020. Between my engagement, let's see this wonderful ring. Go ahead and see that bling bling. On the beach under a full moon, but we'll get to that story later. Was really the biggest thing that happened for me was just my growth while I was working at Equinox Gym, becoming a Tier 3 Plus trainer and manager on duty. It was a really amazing experience, because the level of money that I was making was amazing, and it had opportunities that were endless. But the biggest thing, and the reason why I came to Equinox, was because I wanted to network with people that I knew would be in my field. And although I didn't necessarily find someone that worked in engineering that was able to help me, I created some amazing networking friends and colleagues that I used to train that helped jettison me into the new position I'm in today. Not necessarily because they said so, but because of just them knowing me and being an amazing reference and having amazing titles. I mean, just best believe when we move up to Rhode Island, we are going to hopefully find an expensive gym, because I would like to find something comparable to like an Equinox, straight up.
Yeah, definitely. I would say for me, my highlights were internal growth. The first, I would say 4 or 5 months when we got up here, I wasn't in the best place physically and emotionally. because we kind of went on this long, like month-long, what do we call it? The goodbye tour.
Goodbye tour.
Literally, that's what it felt like. Not to sound arrogant, like, oh, we're so popular, but that's what it felt like. Every day for over a month, we were going out to lunches, dinners, parties with like everyone that we knew. And all of these gatherings involved alcohol and copious amounts of food, lots of fried food, sweets and desserts and treats and stuff. So it was like late nights, early mornings, and we were both still working at our respective gyms. So, you know, by the time we hit the road to head up here, I had gained quite a bit of weight. And when we finally made it up here and had that proverbial sigh of relief, I was just like, Vicky, what the hell happened, you know? So I definitely wasn't in the best place physically, and I had to dig deep and find that motivation to get back on track. Not having friends around, not having family around, that was definitely tough. So I feel like we're ending the year much better than we started. And I'm really glad to see my growth, and also very excited about next year.
Absolutely. And then to add to that, the biggest thing that came after Equinox was landing this position up here. I've been trying to get back in engineering for over 7 years, maybe a little bit more than that. And having to work in like an entrepreneurial standpoint for so long, it is very different. But knowing that I have a specific amount that I'm getting every 2 weeks and things of that nature, I'm able to better plan for things, which, you know, I'm all about investing and having multiple streams of income. So those are things that we're going to be focusing on in 2021 as well. And then my last one was I finally hit my goal with bulking, getting up to about 210 pounds. Yes, did that. And once I hit 210, get out of here. Once I hit 210, then I started cutting it down. So about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, I was 210. And then I got to 208, and then I got to 205, 204, and then as of today, with consistent and awesome eating, thanks to Vicky's amazing cooking, I am now maintaining a 200. And I also did a little bit of math and some other things of that nature to see exactly how much I was eating so I can maintain it, because I don't want to go below really 195, but ideally I'm going to stay at 200 and grow and become a beast, a martial artist beast. But that's it for my amazingness for 2020. Did you have anything extra you wanted to add?
Overall, just 2020 year, as far as highlights, were just internal growth, tapping into my passions, and creating opportunities for abundance next year. We were able to plant some seeds.
Absolutely.
Business-wise for 2021, we also have things in the works for obtaining property, not just here in New England, but
back in the South, maybe North Carolina, for sure South Carolina, and we are for sure going to get some stuff in Houston, but we're going to start up here.
We're going to start up here
in Rhode Island first, because the taxes are better than Connecticut.
Right. Also created another LLC for e-commerce business, which I will talk more about on another video. And that's about it. Yeah. So a lot of growth this year.
Awesome. So let's get to the next couple questions.
So, Mr. Williams, where is the channel going in 2021?
So as you guys heard earlier, if you're paying attention and you made it this far in the video, we are moving into a slice of life with Top Flight Fitness. So fitness is still going to be the base and foundation, but just like in life, you go different paths. We're going a different path with investing, property, our house buying process and other things of that nature, and then just creating more substantial residual income. That's going to be that is going to be the next biggest thing with Top Flight. It's showing you guys that you don't have to just be a musclehead. You can be a smart one that may not have to work forever in your life if you do the right things. So we'll get into more of that pretty soon.
Great, and I'm looking forward to having all of the new subscribers be a part of the journey. Also, I wanted to add that I am starting a separate cooking channel next year. The title will be announced shortly. All of my fellow nerds, I think you're gonna appreciate it. But I am starting a cooking channel next year, so please be on the lookout for that and subscribe. So for the last section of the video, we thought we would share with you some of the questions we have gotten as a couple, just so you can kind of get to know us a little bit better and begin to cultivate a relationship. So, Mr. Williams, how did we meet?
You want to know this? Do y'all really want to know this?
Wow.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you because it's like the greatest story ever.
Okay.
I just had to build up some suspense there.
Wow.
So it was a cold and no, I'm playing. It wasn't that.
We're
But
in Houston. It wasn't cold.
It was Houston, you know. I was working at Equinox and my mind was on grinding and getting out of making $125 checks every 2 weeks. Yes, I was making $125 checks every 2 weeks. Working the floor, felt like a slave. Until my homie Danielle got me right. He was like, yo, do your thing and find your niche. And I did. So I cut off a lot of distractions and I started focusing, basically living up at the gym. And opportunity came where I had to teach a yoga class.
I was a member.
And in this yoga class, Vicky was a member. And I was blind because I said I wasn't going to date no one that was a member at Equinox, nor was I going to date anyone that was a co-worker at Equinox. And Equinox, if you guys have ever been, is full of beautiful people.
Well,
So
women way better than me.
hush. Anyways,
They were hot.
like I was saying, I was teaching that yoga class, didn't know what the hell I was doing, but it was better than working on the floor in that godforsaken blue shirt. Shout out to my Equinox folks out there. Now you guys are wearing a white shirt. But anyways, let's get back to the topic at hand. So I taught that class. I actually taught it more like a active stretching class because your boy is super flexible, you know, in the jeans. I'm very flexible. So I used that to my advantage and we had a good class. But I didn't necessarily know Vicky just yet.
Right.
Some days pass by and she sees me and she says, "Hello, Mr. Williams." Now, I was confused because only certain people call me Mr. Williams, and it's either like a play on words or they know me through my homie Adrena / fitness twin. So I assumed that she knew me from an event that I had done in the past with Adrena Newman.
Stop the show. We were introduced through Joseph Manuel. Shout out to you, Joseph. And he really just forgot that we were introduced because, believe me, when I went to Equinox, despite its abundance of wealthy members with $300 matching outfits, I would go in there looking like a bum. I admit it. I know I look like a bum, but I wasn't in the gym to impress anybody. So when we were introduced, I'm pretty sure he just kind of hello and goodbye in the same day.
Same day. But I'm telling you about when I realized who she was. So, as I was saying, I thought I knew her through my friend Adrena. So I just went along with it. Hey, you? I don't remember your name, but I'm going to keep it moving because this is a little embarrassing. And then time after time, she would always do that. And then we formed like a friendship, relationship type thing. And then a magic opportunity came up. You see, I needed one more session to hit my bonus. And if you work at Equinox, bonuses are what make or break your checks. That could be a $800 to $1,000 mistake, missing one session from the quota. Anyways, I told her, hey, if you can come in on Friday, I will train you for free and put you through a session. It's to help me get my first bonus. I really need this. If you can make it, please come. Do you remember when I asked you that?
Yes.
Okay. So she actually already had plans with her girly friends, and she canceled to come work with your boy at the gym. And we had a great workout. I beat that butt.
You did.
And then after we finished, I gave her a hug and said, thank you for helping me out. See you later. Because I knew she wasn't going to buy any sessions. So
yeah, I sure wasn't.
I go in the shower and I'm getting ready to leave. And I'm so hungry. And I was like, I can walk over to Hop Dotty in the River Oaks district, Hop Dotty Burgers. And as I was leaving, Vicky happened to be walking out at the same time. Now, this is where magic happened. All right, absolute fireworks on this night with the full moon. So I see her and I say, hey, are you hungry? Because I'm about to go to Hop Dotty and I would like to thank you for coming to my session and helping me get my first bonus. It's on me. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I still was not really paying attention to who she was. And I didn't realize how beautiful she was because I was like, she's a member. So I took her to Hop Dotty. We ate and we had some bomb conversations. I mean, we went from anime to food to travel to black empowerment and all those good things. And when we finished, I was like, dang, she's smart. Dang, she's cute. Dang, I need to set up my next date. Actually, I ain't trying to finish yet. So after we finished, we leave Hop Dotty and I walk into her car. I say, hey, let's keep this going. Let's talk a little bit more on the rooftop, which is the top floor of the parking garage.
Right.
Guys, you know, sometimes I can be romantic. It was a full moon. It was dark. There were no clouds in the sky. I pulled up my SUV at the time, parked it backwards, popped the trunk, and we sat there and we watched the searchlights go through the air, and we kept talking and rocking and all that good stuff. And then before you know it, I was laying on her lap.
He sure did, y'all. He sure did. He just laid on my lap. I'm like, this man is getting very comfortable.
I knew where I was going. So I laid in her lap and I just kept talking.
Yeah.
Talking. And then,
just super relaxed. I'm like, okay, I mean, you cute, but this is very comfortable, sir.
Confidence. Alpha male strategist.
Wow. Wow.
But anyway, so after that, I said, hey, I would really like to talk with you again. How about we set up another date? So on July 2nd, we went rock climbing at Texas Rock Gym. We climbed for 4 hours.
Yeah, that was dope.
We had a bomb time.
And I appreciated the creativity.
I made it different. Everybody takes women out to dinner
and
the
the movies
and all that.
You know, that,
And
yeah.
matter of fact, God dang, rock climbing is no joke, huh? Tough. It ain't no joke. You saw that? That was our first date. We was climbing walls. So we did that. We climbed for 4 hours, got to talking, and then I was like, hey, what are you doing next Friday? How about, because during this awesome date, we talked a lot, didn't we? And I learned that she loved red wine.
Y'all know I love it.
So after I saw she liked red wine, I know nothing. I mean, I drink, but I'm like college drinker. So, you know, trash can punch and all that good stuff and Hulks and all that. And I didn't really know about fine dining wines. So I was like, hey, let me take you to tasting room up the corner. One of the some of the coolest things you could do is live in a major city because everything is there.
Yeah.
So I took her to the tasting room, which is a wine bar, and we got some wine. We had our own plates, and we shared a big main plate, and it was just awesome. We had more conversations and pictures, and she had on this beautiful black dress with pearls on. It was amazing.
Wow, you remember that.
I know, I pay attention.
Okay.
And after that date, I sat back before I could even set up the next date. Vicky hit me with that elbow and said, I want to take you on a date. Yes, she want to take me on a date. So she took me, she said, I want to take you to Soma Sushi.
Yeah.
In
Washington.
Montrose? On Washington?
It was on Washington.
Washington.
Yeah.
District, or Washington Avenue, whatever. Washington. You guys, look it up, Soma Sushi. It's bomb sushi. And we went there, and we got to talking some more, or whatever. She picked me up. She paid for it. You know, I covered everything. And I'm used to paying for everything. But the fact that she was like, no, I want to pay for you. I was like, I'm not used to that. Okay, let's do it. So ladies, it's okay to spend money on a man you're interested in if he looks like he has potential, because now I'm taking care of my baby. Okay?
Yes, you are.
She done been to multiple states since we got together.
Yes.
Coming up here, we done traveled outside the country to, what, 5 or 6 different places at this point? All within 2 years. Got engaged on year, what, 3?
3.
Year 3? Like, come on. Made her ring, customized her ring. Shout out to Jewish mom for helping me getting the hookup with the right people so that I could design this amazing ring that you won't find nowhere else. And yeah, she had her hair all done nice. She had a nice perfume, and she had on this turquoise like dress, and it was form fitting. And I was
it was what?
It was form fitting.
Oh, okay.
And
I just wanted to make sure they saw that.
Look, it was form fitting. Your girl is built. And I was like, all right, I am done talking to these other ladies that I was talking to at that time, because we were dating. We were not in a relationship yet. So I was still playing the field and dating, because I was taught to meet, date, but don't screw everybody. And that's what I did. And yeah, I started cutting people off. Before you know it, they started popping up on my page, and I took her to homecoming at PV. Then I introduced her to all my friends. She became a part of my tribe.
Right.
And that's a wrap. That's basically how we are now, 5 years in and living in a whole nother state on the East Coast.
We out here, y'all. We out here.
So love still exists, baby.
Yes.
Don't be walking through these streets saying that a black man ain't about nothing. I'm an engineer, and I'm fit, and I take care of her.
Right.
And she's into fitness and yoga, and she can cook. I mean, if you saw my last video, I showed y'all a B-roll. Matter of fact, see the things that she can cook, and it's amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, like, I feel bad for some of you guys out there to have a lady that doesn't cook or feels like cooking is beneath her, and feels that she can only focus on herself. She focuses on learning things and handling business and doing business, while also handling an e-commerce business and a back-end internet business with family back in Texas. I mean, she's doing her thing. She's never once been like, oh, I'm a slave because I have to cook. She can cook, and when y'all see what she has in store for y'all on the channel, you are about to become cooks yourself.
I hope so. I hope so. If I can even get one of y'all to start cooking more at home and then tag me in your stuff and say, Vicky, yes, girl, that shit was good. Like, I've done my job.
Awesome. Bam.
Yes. Next question was, what qualities initially attracted you to your partner?
How about you go first?
Okay. So, what matters to me is when I am getting to know someone and I'm interested in dating or being courted, one, I'm paying attention to the initial attraction, of course, but I also want to know that there's a plan. I believe men without a plan, it's just not a good look. Because it shows me that there's no structure. No, because it shows me there's no structure, no thought. And
I'm taking notes for the fellas.
And if he hasn't planned things out for his own life, how is he going to incorporate me into his life? And if we make a home, how is he going to be the leader of that household, you know? So I know, like, especially nowadays, because we watch a lot of YouTube videos, and something that's popular right now is level up.
Level up.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know, just like women that are just pursuing the bag, like they just want to be kept women, and
but do nothing.
They do not. Yeah. Do nothing, hoes.
Just exist.
Yeah.
You should be happy to give me money. Type.
Yeah. Yeah. And for me, it's never been about you need to already have the bag when I meet you, because as Derek even said himself, when we first met, Derek didn't have money. He didn't. What are you doing?
You see the fly out of my wallet.
Wow.
I ain't broke no more though.
Yeah, no, he's not broke no more. But when we met, like, I mean, Derek would sleep in his car to avoid having to drive home an hour away and come back another hour to be at work by like what, 4:30?
4:30, so I could be ready to train at 5.
Yeah. So.
And I just closed that evening. The evening before.
And he had closed the evening before, so he would get off like 10, 11 o'clock at night.
2 weeks I lived in my car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if I was one of those women that cared about, oh, you need to have the bag when I meet you, I would have totally overlooked Derek's plan for life. I wouldn't have even been interested in hearing out what he had to say. But for me, I did want to hear what he had to say, because I could see like that fire in him. I could see that, okay, he doesn't have it all right now and he is struggling, but let me see what he's trying to do. And let me see if, based on what he's saying and what I see through his action, if this is something I can try to assimilate myself into his world. And I did. And as he, you know, uncovered his mission to me and told me about what he was trying to do, I figured out, okay, how can I inspire him? How can I motivate him? What can I do to fuel him so he can rise higher and higher and higher? And sometimes maybe even that motivation isn't money itself. Maybe it's cooking, because you weren't even eating regularly. So maybe it's just cooking meals. Maybe it's, oh, like, you can stay over here tonight, or I'll bring you some lunch at work, or just anything. Or maybe it's just a talk.
Little cute notes in my car.
Yeah, I would like doodle.
Dash. I still have some of them.
I did. I'm such a dweeb. But I would doodle little notes and put them in his windshield. So that would be number 2. So number 1, the initial attraction. Number 2, the plan. Because with the plan, the money comes. With the ambition, with the motivation, the money comes. You just need to have faith in him. And then number 3, I would say, outside of ideology, is the respect, because it doesn't matter what, yeah, it doesn't matter like what else is going on. Like, if there's no respect, it's not gonna work. I'm not gonna be treated the way I want to be treated. So the respect is a big one.
Respect.
I'll treat it, y'all.
I'll treat y'all. So my turn.
Oh,
here we go.
Okay.
So my 3 things are beauty, cooperation, creativity. Why is that? Because although I have not really been around women that weren't those things, there was always a piece of that trinity that was missing. Vicky had all 3 of those. But I just see out in the world that there isn't a lot of cooperation. And I mean, there's a lot of people that I talk to who I never dated that came at me after the fact that I started making it. And it's like, you wasn't there when I was getting my stuff together. She was around when I was making $125 checks every 2 weeks. I was happy to get a $400 check, $800 check. Man. So just knowing that she trusted my vision because I told her my plan, and that could be a video in itself just for motivation purposes for some of y'all that are dealing with hard times out there, but I'm gonna keep it short and condensed today. It's just, you do absolutely have to have a plan, but she has to be willing to take it. You know, she was willing to move with me up here, and she had a job, she had her own place, she was settled in Houston. She did not need me. She wanted to be with me. And I feel that's where a lot of guys kind of mess up, because they just get with a woman because you know, just because she's beautiful, but then has nothing else. And I've had those before too, and it does not work. It only goes so far. The cooperation, just being willing to, I mean, I know some girls, when she told them that our first date was rock climb, she's like, they were like, oh, y'all were sweating on your first date? Oh, girl.
Yeah.
Only sweating I'm be doing is if we in the bedroom.
Next question is, what would you choose as your partner's spirit animal and why?
Vicky is a black cat. But not just any cat.
That's not what I would have picked, but okay.
Not any cat. She's like a panther. And I'm not saying that because she's black. I'm just saying panthers are quiet, solitary creatures. Vicky was quiet and solitary. She has big, beautiful, piercing eyes. She observes things. She's an observer. She takes in her surroundings. What does a panther do? They take in their surroundings. And then they pounce.
Oh.
Like she did on me. She pounced on me.
Did I bounce on you?
Metaphorically speaking, she pounced on me. She didn't have to shoot her shot. She just put herself in my vision. She put herself in my way so I would notice her. And when I saw, you know, I went along with it. So yeah, a panther, black panther.
Okay.
Solitary creature that is powerful, strong, beautiful, fit, likes black, likes to do things in the dark. Vicky is like a vampire. I mean, that could all be her other spirit animal if that was an animal, because she loved the night. She loved darkness. She used to wear so much black. I used to get tired of wearing black all the time because it's all I wore at Equinox. Black, 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 black. Then I move away, and now all I want to wear is black, and now she's starting to wear color.
Except for this video, I'm wearing gray. But, okay. Well, after you explained it, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I would have chose, if you follow my yoga page, you know that I love wolves. So I feel like my spirit animal is a wolf.
Night wolf.
Yeah. If I were to choose Derek's spirit animal, I think I would pick a hawk. And the reason is because, one, if you follow his channel, obviously Top Flight Fitness, Derek is in love with aeronautics and flight. So one, I would automatically think, okay, it has to be something in the air. Two, Derek likes to get a big view, like a large view of his life, where it's going and what he has to do. And then he's very sniper-like about attacking his goals. So once Derek kind of has his sights set on what he's gonna do, like the hawk, he begins his descent, gaining speed, diving, attack. I knew he was gonna be extra with it. But yeah, that's totally how I see him. So, and that's literally what he's done in every aspect of his life, is like a hawk, attack his goals one by one.
this role that I have up here was because of a decision I made 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I would say.
So,
You are the hawk.
I like that.
Well, but what would you have picked?
I've changed a couple times, y'all. I used to be like super shy. At one point in time, it would have been a turtle because I love the Ninja Turtles. But
He still loves turtles.
But it's not necessarily my spirit animal. My spirit animal, I believe, would probably be a blue falcon. For almost like the same reasons that she just mentioned for the hawk. So I don't think I've told her that. I love the blue falcon.
No, you haven't told me that.
Yeah, there's only a few of them left in the world, so they're super rare, they're super beautiful, and they can get up to 200 miles an hour flying through the air and with pinpoint accuracy take something out and carry it off into the sunset. It's gonna eat it up later.
Wow, that's pretty awesome how close I was.
I know, like, yo.
Yeah, you're impressed.
I am very impressed. But
you're impressed.
I know you're impressed about my panther thing.
Yeah.
But basically, like I said, the panther, because of the different things that a panther does. I mean, a wolf too, because I mean, wolves work in packs, and an alpha takes lead when needed until another alpha comes forward, you know. And she let me do my thing because she trusted my ability, even when I didn't 100% have everything.
Right.
So yeah, good job, baby. Good job.
Did. What is your partner's weirdest habit or quirk?
She stares at me in my sleep.
What?
I've caught her staring at me in my sleep.
Sir.
Am I wrong?
First of all, that was one time.
And I never forgot it. She saw that she did too.
I can't believe you put me on blast like that. Unbelievable.
Because I love you.
Wow. I would say Derek has to get all like Bill Nye the Science Guy whenever he's talking about stuff. Like, he'll say something and then there has to be like a video or a presentation to accompany it. Or sometimes he'll pull out a book and show me.
Keep going.
On the page. Dear God, are you about to do it?
Just keep going.
And believe me, in the beginning, it was like cute, and it was like, wow, like he's so nerdy. And then 5 years later, I'm like, dear God, another PowerPoint.
Perfect example. If I'm talking about engineering or fluid dynamics, I just pull out the book. I still got him.
It's not enough for him to just like tell you what he's about to say. There needs to be cliff notes to go with it.
I'm calculated, okay? Very calculated. And people always talk about sources, but I've gotten better at that. I don't do it as much, even though I did it just now. But I was showing you an example.
Oh no, it's exposed. Now you know. How do we keep our relationship healthy?
There's a lot of things that we do. One of the main ones is I know she is an experienced person. She likes experiences. She's not so much a materialistic person, but she does like nice things. So don't get it twisted. You could do both. You can do both, ladies. I'm just saying. But she's more on experiences, and I learned that from my first date when I asked her to go rock climbing, and then the wine tasting, and then the soma sushi, and I mean, there's just so many different things. I took her to the gun range on Valentine's Day. I don't think you had done that before.
Yeah, but I'm very different. I don't really like Valentine's Day.
But you like that date?
Yeah, but I like the date.
She was shooting that shotgun.
Yeah, I sure was. I sure was.
She hard to kill.
Oh my God.
The hardest mother. The kill.
Oh my God. We love you, Mom. Yeah, so experiences and I would say planning.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Every year we have like a end of the year analysis. We discuss our goals, both individually and collectively, because we're very big on, I need to have stuff going on in my life that has nothing to do with you and vice versa. And also charting out what we want the following year to look like. I am definitely a big planning type of person. I like to see things written out. So
she has a whole calendar of everything she spends money on.
Yeah.
Every bill she has to pay.
Every bill when it comes
paycheck
out.
Coming in. Like, she is very calculated, which is why I feel so good, you know, with 3 LLCs we got now, and she takes care of them.
Right. I'm very big into like the first quarter. Like, I pretty much already have 2021 all mapped out, what I want to do, what I'm trying to accomplish, the timeline for everything. So yeah, that's a good one, is planning. Also the respect, just mutual respect for each other. I encourage, like when we were back in Houston, I'll say I encouraged him to go out and spend time with his friends. He encouraged me to go out and spend time with my friends
and family. We encourage each other to exercise.
Yeah.
I even we got her an online trainer. Shout out to Anna Quinn.
Right.
We now go to the gym every morning before I go to work.
Right.
We don't necessarily work out doing the same thing. Some days I do join. I really like glute day, quad leg day, doing that with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, we work out and we wake up and I make sure she gets up and she goes. She makes me a little quick breakfast and a lunch for my day at work, and then we head to the gym. There's something special about doing something together.
Right.
Something that is bringing you success.
Right.
In this case, physically. And that physical success is going to become monetary success with some of the things that we're doing. And that monetary success is going to become residual success that we're going to have pretty soon. And it all starts with doing something for ourselves.
Right.
We used to work out in the evenings, and you know, sometimes you could have a long day working at home.
It just wasn't consistent.
Or I could have a super long day at work, trying to figure stuff out, and when I get off, I don't want to work out. But when I do it first thing in the morning, it's like you're doing something for yourself before anyone else. And that is such a accomplishing feeling.
It really is.
That I wish everyone would like try to take on, is do something for yourself before you do anything else, before your job, before your kids, before your family. Do something for you, because you are the tree that bears fruit. But if the tree gives out too much fruit, the tree will die.
Right.
Okay? So you got to know when to spread and share, but you got to make sure you're taken care of. You got to drink that water from the ground. You got to spread those branches and cover everybody, but you got to make sure that you're good, so that shade and that sustenance that you provide can help them. So do something for you first.
Right.
Just like on what? On a plane? What do they tell you to do when the mask drops down? They don't say, put it on your kids first and put it on the people. No, they say cover yourself and then help people around you, your family members around you, your kids around you. So just remember that. Just remember it. Yeah, that's my answer for that question.
Good. Going into our next question, what are your love languages?
Touch, time, service. Those are my love languages.
My top 2 love languages, I mean, I like all the love languages, obviously, but I would say words of affirmation. Surprisingly, I used to think that physical touch and quality time were my top ones, but not so much. Yeah, words of affirmation, because I like to be motivated and inspired when maybe I'm feeling a bit low. And acts of service, that's a big one, because even though Derek is now the breadwinner of the household, which I'm very grateful for, I still do work and I still handle excuse me, most of the domestic stuff in the house. So the cooking and the cleaning and laundering and things like that. And sometimes I just want to know that I do have help. You know, I don't always want to be the one to fold the clothes. I don't.
Can I jump in?
Yes.
Fellas, it's okay to help.
Yes.
You can vacuum.
Yes.
You can fold clothes. She hates folding clothes.
I hate folding clothes. I will wash and everything all day long, but I really hate folding clothes. So he'll fold the clothes.
I fold the clothes. I wash the dishes.
Yeah.
If you know me, typically if I eat food that you made, I will go in the kitchen and wash the dishes.
Yeah. If I cook, then help with the dishes. But
I take care of the trash.
Mm-hmm. Without being asked, you know, just helping. That makes me feel like you really appreciate what I'm doing. So
I ain't trying to make the mistake I see some of you crash dummies out there doing. Just saying.
And I also feel like, you know, you could bring me all these gifts, all these trinkets and stuff, but let's say I'm working, I'm sitting in front of the computer, I'm handling A through G, and then I have to do all the cooking, all the cleaning, give you a massage, rub your feet, but you bought me a watch. I'm not really gonna appreciate the gift because I'm tired and I'm exhausted and I feel like I'm being taken for granted. So yeah.
I put my skills to where I'm very big on acts of service. Vicky can tell you, most of the things that I do and the way I show my love is by doing things, whether it's with friends, family. I'm always doing stuff. I'm fixing things. I'm very much like my father, who is always doing stuff. Always.
He's always working, always in the yard, always fixing up something on the house.
It's relaxing.
Always, yeah.
I know some people, they think that, oh, that's tiring. Why don't you just want to sit on the couch? Look, when you get closer to retirement and you just sit on the couch today drinking beer, which my dad don't drink, by the way.
He doesn't. He's so
and
good.
He looks very good for 60. So I know when I get up to 60, the fact that I work out and everything else, I'm about to be
You about to be
Mr.
what?
Steele grandma, but I already got one.
Yeah, that's a good.
So
that's
just
a good
saying.
save. And lastly, what are our goals for 2021?
All right, 2021. Build the YouTube channel. So comment, like, subscribe, and share, and make sure you click the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that are coming to you 2 times out of the week between me and Vicky until we get her stuff set up, and then we will have an additional channel, and you guys will hear about that soon enough. Shout out to Soul Immortal for giving me the awesome advice for pumping my channel up to do some more things with it. So,
and for the advice for me too. He's been so incredible and amazing to the both of us. If y'all don't know who we're talking about, we're gonna link his channel down below, so definitely check out the content, especially our men, our brothers in the community. Please check out his channel, subscribe, and get your life together.
So that's 1, is the channel. 2, you need to be in a house before she goes on an amazing trip to India for her yoga training.
I'm gonna get my 300-hour yoga teacher training in India. I'll be gone for a month. The month is still undecided.
Don't say the word, because we can't monetize the video if you do. You cannot say the V word, and you can't say the C word with the number.
Oh.
So just call it the illness.
Okay.
There you go. That'll work. Because of the
wow, I didn't know that.
Yes. Look, I pay attention to my YouTube folks.
That's so trash. Okay. Well, anyway, I don't know for sure, but once I'm able to, I will get that finalized, and looking very forward to furthering my education so I can offer more as a teacher, also as a forever student, and going for retreats and things later down the road. So
that's 2, and then we got 2 more. The two are the getting into a house before she leaves. And then the last two are building the online presence with my online training business, and then setting the playing field for her online yoga business that's coming down the line. By the way, I will give 5 people a free 2 weeks because I'm testing out a new app that I'm potentially going to get, and we're in the beta testing phase right now. So if you're interested, comment below or DM me or follow me at my IG right here, and I'll get you set up. So those 3 things: fitness, real estate, property enhancement. Those are the things we got planned for 2021, and we hope to have all of you following us and going along with us during the journey, during this new direction that Top Flight Fitness is taking. So this is Knight Williams
and Vicky
signing out.